All right, I'm going to do a video of my machine stuff, let's just say. So here's a more jig borer I bought for $100. Just couldn't pass it up. I've done some add-ons to it, and I got to tell you, man, I used this the other day to drill a bolt out of a brake caliper. Awesome machine. $100. Do you believe that? Yes, I know it's worth $2,500 to the right person, but at this point, it's not for sale. Coming around this way is my Bridgeport. Truth be told, this Bridgeport and my 13-inch Dual are my go-to machines when and if I need to do something. Now, keep in mind, I am no machinist. I am nowhere near a machinist. I worked at a machine shop when I was a kid. I really appreciate it, and I understand it. Machining is common sense, time versus money. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, I just do this as a hobby. I admire it. I collect this stuff. It's all a hobby. But anyway, so that's my Bridgeport. And you noticed I have two. Where's my other? Oh, there it is. I have two universal vices. One over there, one up there in the corner. That box is loaded with goodies for my Bridgeport. This I just picked up. I'm going to try and move it along to show everything. But this is a grinder I picked up. I don't know. I think I paid $250 for it. I just couldn't pass it up. Maybe I shouldn't tell everybody what I paid, because who knows, things might go for sale. So these vices, this is just a small part of my vice collection. This is the newest, the biggest vice I own. I'm very happy to have it. I'm going to restore it at some point. In the back, I got a couple of small Craftsman trinkets, key cutting machines I'm selling for the local locksmith. Not doing well with them, I'll be honest. Here is a bender, right? A diacro bender with a motor on it. This thing is the coolest. Once you get good at it, this thing works like a champ. Here's a Boxford lathe. I have two of these. One is stripped down, painted, ready for assembly. This one needs to be restored. Probably the best 10-inch or 9-inch lathe you're going to find anywhere, period. When you look into what this thing's capable of and how well it's built, and it actually uses some of South Bend stuff, it's just an awesome, awesome machine. In the back over here, I have a 1906 Rhodes Shaper. Picked that up for a song. I was thinking about selling it. I just can't bring myself to sell it. Over here, I have one of these precision little drill presses. Next to it, I have a little ProLite CNC with all the updated, latest and greatest stuff. I know nothing about it. Don't know anything about it. I wish someone could come here and teach me. In this corner is just a menagerie of nonsense. You know, this is for my race car trailer. When I go to the racetrack, how cool will it be to have a mill and drill in the race car trailer? So you have that. Over here's the key making machine. Got to have one of those because I make keys in house for the German cars, right? Then up on the lift over here, small little horizontal saw. Delta Rockwell table saw set up with a brand new metal cutting blade. You know, I don't do wood, I do metal. Forget about here. I mean, look, this is just like who did it and ran back here. I do have a furnace, whatever you want to call it. I call it a furnace. It is what it is. Pick that up for a song. Who knows? I might start making knives one day. I need to heat treat something. Of course, I have a muffler bender. You know, pipe bender for mufflers. Now, if you come here, Dino, look, go back in there. If you look back there, there's one of my rivettes. The cabinet I'm going to keep. I'm going to sell off the machine and put a different machine on. I actually have two rivettes back there. All right, let's go over this way. Follow me over here. You can sneak back here. This is one of the first ones that started me off, that got me hooked. This little honey here, this 2-foot bed, South Bend, 1927. Then of course, right underneath it, if you can see that, there's another 1927 South Bend. You know, it is what it is. And then take a look from this angle. Just in there, a bunch of buffers, grinders. Of course, you know, I have my plasma cutter there, and over here, I have a belt, grinder, sander, Burr King, really nice piece. Rockwell, I'm selling that drill press for $150 if anybody's interested. Here's the Delta. We use that all the time. That little Delta, variable speed, cool as hell. It works. I was going to sell it off. Over here's a diacro roller. In the back of a diacro bender. Over there is a saw. Easy, go slow. Move it slower, you know. Try to hold it straight. You're going to make people dizzy. Here, let me roll with this for a second. Over there is a, I forgot, it's a Dake, actually a Dake horizontal saw. This I picked up for $100 right down the block. It was on eBay. It's a 12-inch USA electric pedestal grinder. Back there I have a Hecht Punch, Monster Hecht Punch. This thing, and then I have, another bender, but I thought that was the size of a milk crate when I bought it, not realizing what I got myself into when my guy showed up. Over here is a cool old oil drain thing, you know, for all you idiots like me who just love this crap. And I take that back. We're not idiots. We're the smart people. The rest of the world are idiots. Sorry to say. You know, if you don't dig this stuff, you got a problem. This stuff is all for sale. It's online, selling all of this stuff. I have just too much of it. I'm selling this little 8-inch Junior South End. Anybody interested? 8-inch Junior. Got to go because I have 2 of them. In the back, I have some miscellaneous, you know, vices. Grinders. If you take a minute and pause, you can probably see whatever's going on back there. And in the back there is a rivet. I don't know if I can see it. Oh, and then, you know, pull all of this stuff forward. See if you can do that. There's a Delta Rockwell refurbished belt sander, like brand new. That's good enough. And then there's the other rivet, 608. I actually have a really nice precision 8 in the back. And over here are a few grinders, invisible grinders, you know, for tool sharpening and just all kinds of vices here. Garbage. You know, little bitty belt sanders. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Heavy 10. I was thinking of selling this. I don't know. And then, of course, the grinders. My favorite are the Stanleys. I know a lot of you guys like Baldor and you like Delta Rockwells, but the Stanleys to me are the better grinder. I don't know, Baldor is probably as good as it gets also, but like this Stanley is just incredible. Just good machine. Got a bunch of those. Here's the Delta sander that we use all the time. So basically this drill press, that little Delta drill press, my dual saw and my dual lathe are the ones that I use. Everything else is just, you know, for one day. So over here, oh, I skipped over my Derbyshire mills. Just picked this one up. Oh my God, I'm in love with it. What a piece this is. Derbyshire. So what I'm trying to do now is make a vertical attachment with what I have here. I'm going to try to make that actually, without screwing up any of the machinery, work here in a horizontal manner. Then over there, I have a little Myford in the corner. One of 3 Myfords, Super 7. I might sell that one. Here, Dean. Follow me around. So, yeah, as you can tell, I have a problem. When you have space and you collect machinery, it's like a crackhead having a bank card. It gets out of control really, really fast. Unimat, I have a few of them. Here's my, you go nice and slow, move it slower, so they can kind of take it all in. I might sell this Myford ML10. I also have a tri-lever setup and this Rodney milling attachment. I might sell all that. Down here, I have an indexer, anvil, blah, 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 blah. Now let's take the walk down here, kind of just nice and slow. I'm not even going to list everything. I'm just going to show it. Just walk down here, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Here's my Precision 8. This is one of my favorites, this rivet down there. Oh, what a piece of artwork that is. I just know how long this takes. I'm trying to move it along. Here is a brand new and unused Myford. Got real lucky finding this. Every attachment, every little doodad, whatever I could find, I have. Over here is just a doodad table. And again, you know, you know, if you're into this stuff, you're gonna dig it. If you're not, you probably changed the channel already. I don't really care. Here, this started me with the collecting. Here's a 8-inch Junior restored. This is the one I'm keeping. The orange one I'm selling. This is my 10K long bed with more than I know what to do. What did you do? You zoomed in? No, it's just the way it is. All right. So if I was to run through the drawers, hold the camera on the drawers kind of. So I know that a machine isn't anything without, can't do this, a machine isn't anything without having the tooling, right? So I made sure, look at these bad boys. 6-sided, round, the hard ones to get. You know, machines aren't anything without the tooling. So I made sure that if there was something out there to have, tooling-wise, I wanted to have it. So I hustled and I bought and sold. Take a look at this. Everybody who's looking at this who's a South Bend fan is freaking out right now. But I made sure I bought all of the cool things that went with the lathe. So when I'm gone and my kids have to sell it all, they're even more confused. You know, you name it, I got it, had to have it. And keep in mind, I've been buying and selling for about 5 or 6 years now. I'm basically a break even. In other words, everything you're looking at cost me nothing except the profit I had made on the tooling. Look at the grinder with the South Bend hookup on it, the bracket assembly and everything. Yeah, I know some machinists out there pissed off that I have all stuff. He don't know nothing. What the hell he's got all that stuff for? Because I wanted it and I could afford it. You know why? Because I bought and sold machinery and used that profit to put back into machinery. So ultimately, getting all this stuff, ultimately, all of this stuff basically costs me nothing if you take away the profit I made on buying and selling machinery. Rockwell, Delta Rockwell. This thing looks like it came out of a canal when I got it. And I stripped it, cleaned it. A friend of mine, Richard, outstanding, restored it for me. I told him I had to get rid of these big old boxes on the side full of electric panels. So we went to VFD. I happen to like this one, the lens. Don't break it. This here looked like it came out of a canal, cleaned it up. It's a 19, I believe, 40 or 50 something tool sharpener, JS Tools, Swiss made. Here's a Derbyshire 10 millimeter lathe. Sorry if this is a crude video, but you know, I'm sure you get it. You gotta have 2 Atlas vices. What is this called? A flex? You kids call it a flex. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. I know I'm usually not into showing off. I like to just like do something and prove myself. I don't like to kind of like toot my horn, but you know, I kind of dig this collection and I'm proud of it. South Bend treadle lathe, 1906. I wish I had the treadle. I'm probably going to sell that. Now over here, all kinds of vices and knurlers. I am an idiot about knurlers. Last I counted, I don't know, there's probably 40 of them. Actually, this is the knurling. The knurling's up there buried. This is the vice drawer. One of them. Another little cutie, couple of vices. Bolivar, you can see this on Tony UK's site. If you don't know about Tony UK, you got to check his site out. Every tool there is listed. Every machine is listed. Look at this baby Sanford. What a honey this is. This little Sanford. Look at this. I love it. Except I actually used this to make some washes not too long ago. I had to shim something to work like a champ. Now back in here, like I said, I learned that a machine's nothing without the tooling, right? So I proceeded to buy machinery, take all the tooling, sell the machinery, and I just broke even with it. So this is just a rundown of one small section, boring bars. Don't worry about me. Get this stuff. Nobody wants to see me. They just want to see this stuff. This is machine porn. Cutters. Need cutters. I'm just going to open and close. Just pan into this stuff. Yep. So I kept taking all the goodies that I came across and selling. My deal was I had to be no money out of pocket. Chuck's. Hey, Chuck. Chuck. Up Chuck. So I'd buy a machine, sell it for more than I paid, and keep all the goodies. I know guys hate that. Oh, you kept all the good stuff. I wanted to buy that machine with the good stuff. They get pissed off when I take a taper attachment off a South Bend and sell the machine for more than what I paid. Then they have to hunt down the taper, and they're always too cheap. No one ever wants to spend $500-600 on a taper attachment for a South Bend 9-inch 10K, but it is what it is. That's the money, that's the money. And that's the difference between me and a lot of guys who cry, piss, moan, and complain. Guys who get jealous of me or pissed off at me because I have all this stuff, buck up and spend the money or shut up. You know, it's like at the racetrack. Put the car together right, spend the money, time, and dedication, you'll win the race. Down here, tables, pongering. I got whatever. I don't have time to kind of use it. Then over here, I have a bunch of little doodads. This is my little go-to box. You know, easy to get in and out of. Blah, 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 blah. This is my good drawer. This is my little favorite, you know. The one I'm always in and out of when I'm making something, if I'm making or if I'm trimming or cutting or just making chips. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even know how far down this goes. I forgot where I guess I stopped there. Well, I guess I do. And then, of course, tooling. Gotta have tooling. More tooling. Measuring tools. Jeez Louise, right? Travadiles. Got your Travadiles. So at the end of the day, the dream is to move someplace warm and reasonably priced. Have a big, huge shop set up and a farm. And retire into doing nothing but dicking around with my machines all day and building custom cars. That's the plan. That's the plan. Damn. Look, I'm about done opening drawers. All right, let me take this. How cool is that medicine cabinet? We're going to back out. Matco box. Matco kid came to me, says, hey, I got a new cool thing. You make your own toolbox. And I made my own toolbox. Then he gave me the price of $35,000 empty. I laughed at his face. But then what he did was, he gave me such a crazy number on my old Snap-on stuff, it made sense to get this thing. So I came out of pocket very little. The local rep was pissed off, told me I beat him. It's about time someone beats the tool guy, you know? Typically, the tool guy's always beating the mechanics. Anyway, 17, 18-minute video. I think it's long enough. I'm sorry if I rushed. But how do you fit all that shit in a sausage wrapper? You move fast. All right, I hope you all enjoyed this video. There are some of these things for sale. A couple of the Myfords I might let go. Big money though. I don't know. Call and ask. You know how to get me. If you don't, then you probably can't even view this video. Have a nice night.